Hey everybody, Dustin Keith here. Today I'm going to be doing a very basic video showing you how to upgrade the Windows image on your WDS server if you are utilizing the tool MDT. It's a very niche thing. Maybe if you were assigned a server that somebody says, hey, I need this base image updated on it, this may help you out. But if you're a more advanced user, you probably skip this video because we're just going to be touching how to upgrade the base image and how to update the share, update the task sequence, and deploy it through the WDS. So I've already downloaded the ISO file. I will put a link in the description on how I retrieved this specific file from Microsoft. You have to do some tricky things, at least here in 2011. Microsoft has made it very hard to get. You just basically have to use a couple of little tricks on their website to get it. But what I'm going to do is right-click the ISO file and click Mount. There we go. We've mounted the ISO file. Now what I'm going to do is launch Deployment Workbench. And we're going to drill down into the Deployment Workbench to the Operating Systems folder. I've already renamed my old Windows 10 file, base ISO file, to old. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to right-click on Windows operating systems, click Import Operating System, click Full Set of Source Files, click Next. We're going to browse to the ISO file that we just mounted. Here we go. And click OK. Click Next. Name it, let's just name it Win10 Pro X64. Win10 Pro X64. Next. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put 20H2 MAY, just so we can designate when this was updated. My current image on there is already 20H2, but it is a couple of months outdated, so it has a couple of updates it has to kick up to. Here we go, next, and then that is importing the ISO into MDT. All right, now we're finished. Very easy. So we have, it dropped a bunch of different versions in here for us. I'm going to go ahead and kill off the Pro N, the education versions, the home versions, and now we're left with these two right here. So I really don't want the Pro for workstations. I'm going to go ahead and kill that too, and delete. So now we're left with, sorry, coughing right now. We're left with the Windows 10 Pro thing that we just uploaded and image, and we have our old one here too. I'm going to go ahead and switch over our task suite sequence from going from the old one to the new one. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our task sequence, and if you took this over for somebody, they probably already have this made. You want to click on the task sequence and task sequence tab up here. And it gave me an error because I actually renamed it to old. So right now, it is not pointing towards anything. We want to come down here where it has an X on it. Yours may not have an X on it if you didn't rename the image that it was pointing to. But what you want to do is click down here on Install Operating System under the Install folder. Click Browse. And then you want to click your new Windows 10 image that you just installed. Click OK. And now whenever it gets to this part of the task sequence, it will point towards this image that you just put on there. We're going to click apply, click OK. And now if we go back there, we'll see there's no more X. It's good. Cool. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete this old image that I have here. Click next, next, and it's been deleted. Now what we want to do is right click on our deployment share, click update deployment share. We're just going to optimize it. Next, next. Sweet, I had to jump ahead a little bit because the creation of the light touch took a little bit longer than I expected. So what we're going to do is we're going to click finish, and we are going to come to our server manager, right click on our server here, click Windows Deployment Services Management Console. We're going to expand our tree down to where our current boot image is, and we're going to right click on the boot image and click replace image. We're going to browse, and we're going to navigate to where the image is. That may be set on your computer, or sorry, it may be set on your deployment workbench of exactly where the share is. Mine's in C deployment share. So once you go to C deployment share boot, look inside that folder and you will find the images. We are just doing a 64-bit image here. So I'm going to click on this and replace it. Next, next. Next all the way through. Very simple. Awesome. And we're done. And that's it. Now that we've updated the boot image here, we are good to go. Our server will, once we pixie boot, will boot into that image that we just made. As you can see, we just cut down the size of the image by 2,400, I think it was 600 megs, because I had a lot of unnecessary stuff in there that I edited out before. So as you can see, this is very simple, very straightforward. If you have any issues, just ask down in the comments, and me or hopefully somebody else watching might be able to help out with any issues you run into. Anyway, don't forget to follow and subscribe. Hopefully I'll be posting a lot more useful information for you all to help you out in your sysadmin/tech duties. Thank you all very much.